iradatu niyyah, from the irada and the intention of niyyah, is that a person, when he does an ibadah, does he have to do that ibadah with the lips? Yani when he's saying Allahu Akbar, does he need to say nawaitu an usalli? I'm intending that I'm praying arba' rakat al-dhuhr, 4 rak'ah al-dhuhr, or asr, or maghrib, or isha, or only the intention in the heart is necessary. Imam Ibn Rajab says, وَأَمَّا النِّيَّةُ بِالْمَعْنَى الَّذِي يَذْكُرُهُ الْفُقَهَاء. The definition of niyyah, which the fuqaha and the jurists and the scholars they mention, is that هو أن يتميز العبادات من العادات, is to differentiate between ibadat and adat, your worship and your daily lives, the action which you do. وتميز العبادات بعضها من بعض, and one ibadah from the other. That's the intention which differentiates. فإن الإمساك عن الأكل والشرب, a person abstains from food and drink, قد يقع تارة حمية وتارة لعدم القدرة على الأكل. Sometimes a person does out of, for physical health, or person who's sick is not being able to eat, he doesn't want to eat. It is his intention. وتارة تركا للشهوات لله, and sometimes to leave off the desire of this world, he leaves food and drink to abstain himself from the worldly matters. فيحتاج للصيام إلى النية ليتميز بذلك. The intention, when it comes now, is needed here for that imsak, for that abstaining of food and drink from those adat, from the ibadat. Meaning, what is the difference between a person who abstains from food and drink for health, from worldly desires, from sexual desires, for material gains, or to protest in the government that he is on a hunger strike, and he has a demand in front of the government that some people needs to get their quotas, and people do this hunger strike. He is also abstaining from food and drink. What is the difference between this person and a person who is fasting in Ramadan? It's completely different. And what differentiated is his intention. The person who's protesting for the government by fasting to die, if the demand doesn't get fulfilled, is different from a person who's abstaining from food and drink to seek the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to get Jannah. So what was the factor which differentiated? An-niyyah. فهذا فرق بين العادات والعبادات. Differentiated between the adat, habits, and your ibadah, worship only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As well as وكذلك العبادات يتميزها بين العبادات وبعبادة أخرى. It differentiates one ibadah from the other. Salah is a completely different ibadah. Siyam, fasting, is a very different ibadah. Giving zakah is very different ibadah. What differentiates is the niyyah. As well as what ibadah is fard, obligatory, something mustahab, not non-obligatories, something which is mubah. What differentiates is the niyyah. وَالْفَرْضُ يَتَنَوَّ أَنْوَاءً, and ibadat which are fard, obligatory, are different. فَإِنَّ الصَّلَوَاتِ الْمَفْرُوضَاتِ خَمْسُ صَلَوَاتٍ كُلُّ يَوْمٍ وَلَيْلَةٍ. The 5 salah which is wajib in the day, what makes it fard? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made hukum, and we make the intention of that salatul fard. وَالصَّوْمُ الْوَاجِبْ تَارَةً يَكُونُ صِيَامُ رَمَضَانِ. Likewise, Siyam Ramadan, when you pray, when you fast during Siyam Ramadan, what differentiates is the niyyah. Now, when we say that niyyah is the factor, does this niyyah we are supposed to say by your lips, or is it enough for us to keep in the heart? That was the mas'ala. The mas'ala is that the jawab for that is, it is not necessary to speak out the niyyah. It is not necessary to speak out the niyyah.